is Saturday, August 1st, 2020, and it's about almost 10 p.m. Pretty slow night at work. Of course, not going to hear me complaining about that. They want to pay me to sit here and hang out, chill out. Hey, that's great. That's why they pay me the Starbucks. Oh, sorry. That's why they pay me the big bucks. So, yeah, that's what I should have thought to say. Yeah, I know y'all like the taste of coffee. I did check out that Having Fun with Stanley, and that's thanks for turning me on to that, man. That's great. I love stuff like that. Yeah, I should. That's what I should have thought about, like the Maxwell House, like the firehouse from the classic intro of Kiss Alive. Man, great stuff. So yeah, I'm glad you dug that video, and as blatantly self-indulgent as it was, I was having fun. You know, you could tell I was hamming it up. What a coincidence! I had a ham and cheese sandwich tonight. I was hamming it up and cheesing out, being cheesy. So pretty fitting, and figuratively the other night, and quite literally tonight. Had on some good sourdough bread too, man. Pepperidge Farm sourdough with mayo and mustard. Awesome. So yeah, that was great. I did check that out, and thanks for your concern, man, and thanks again for hearing me out last night. I was, like I said, I was doing okay, just feeling kind of weird, just kind of in a funk, you know. All this pandemic weirdness is, I think I mentioned to you before, it's like it's sinking in these little increments. I don't know if and or to what degree I may still be in some phase of sense of denial over it. I don't think I'm in denial over it per se, but it's just weird. It's like sometimes I almost can't believe, we're walking around in face masks, which that in and of itself doesn't bother me. It actually bothers me more when people aren't wearing them, but that's a whole nother story. But anyway, it is what it is, and I'm okay, and I hope you're doing well too. I know, I really, we're all going through a hard time to some degree, to one degree or another. And, I know this is a rough time for you and your family as well, and probably more so than myself. And my heart really goes out to you. If you ever, I know we're all different. Not everybody likes to reach out, talk about it. But if you ever want to or need to, I'm here for you. I'm really not a self-centered person at all. I know I'm beginning to understand how it might seem that way, but we're all complex, and I'm very as complex as anybody, I guess, without having a complex about it per se. Whatever. But I'm doing a little bit better today. I was, I'm here. I'm all right. I'll make it. And the main thing is I'll make it without not only without drinking or smoking, but without even wanting to. That's the last thing on my mind. I don't even feel the temptations to do that anymore. So that's a good thing. My day's been okay, and it actually got better just a few minutes ago when I got your email about sugar time. I actually looked that up. I actually Googled it, and I Googled that and Barbie Benton the other night, and so I'll definitely check that out. And that'll also give me an excuse or a reason to get back on Pinterest. I really miss that. I miss those days. It's odd how I used to be so into that. I mean, that website and mainly that one, but a couple other websites were. I mean, that was my life, practically. And then it just seems like, not, I don't want to say all of a sudden, but relatively suddenly, I just kind of like, I don't know, I got burned out on it or whatever, and man, I haven't been on that website in a long time. I don't know, it's probably at least a year or two, I guess, at least a year. So I'll definitely check that out. And said you posted the intro and closing themes, which, you know, I love that. Matter of fact, I think I created a board just for that, if I remember correctly. I was smoking a lot of pot back then, and a lot of times that was the thing that I would like to do when I was stoned, was to, you know, get on get on Pinterest, and so my memories are a little bit fuzzy of, and I had so many different accounts too. Remember, I'd make up all these names. I actually looked them all up on the other day I think it was on YouTube, all the ones I made up, and it's like there's like 20 or 25. I couldn't believe, I guess that was I wasn't doing much of anything creative back then, and I guess that was my creative outlet, was to make up these characters and make up these names and these profiles, and link them all together, and then Google one name, and it's like a chain reaction, or it's like a domino effect. It's like, you Google, Gata Flozilla or whatever, or I, My Revenge, or Ida Killed Him, or whoever, whatever name it was. I'd look it up, and that was the reward. I'd look it up, and then it would link to all these other, all these other crazy names I made up, and all these posts and everything. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting back into that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna check that out. If not after work tonight, then definitely. I got the next 2 days off. This is like 4 o'clock in the Friday afternoon for me. This is like my Friday afternoon. So another hour, and the weekend will be here, and so I'll have some free time to just chill out, get on the computer, and check all this stuff out. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out. And like I said, thanks again for keeping in touch. Thanks again for being such a good friend. And I was trying to think of what else. Hope everything's going all right. And let me see here. Oh yeah, check this out. Let's check out this ugly mug. I've attempted to grow a beard or a goatee various points in the past, and and I always, it got to some point where I was like, nah, it's just, I don't like the way it feels, I don't like the way it looks. The combination of those two, one or the other, I just went ahead and shaved it off. But I don't know, it's only been maybe about, I don't know, a week, maybe 10 days now, and so I'm gonna try to give this another go. I mean, can't worry about being too ugly. I mean, because we're all wearing masks every now anyway. So, and I got so many masks. Well, I showed you that video of my my PPE collection, all my masks and everything. So yeah, and of course, that's one good thing about working in a place like this, is that it's not like I have to have a sharp corporate image or anything. So, you should see some of the slobs around here. So, I mean, I could have, I could have a ZZ Top beard and be more clean cut than people around here. And I don't mean that in a mean spirited way. I'm just joking, A lot of times I joke around. I think I've told you this before. A lot of times, it's almost like, it's almost like a coping mechanism, I'll pull some sense of humor out of my head, almost to overcompensate for for any pain I'm feeling inside, or any sadness or irritability, or anxiety or whatever. So so I just joke around about stuff like that. But it is what it is, and I'm above all, I'm grateful for what I have. I know things could be a lot better, but they could be a lot worse too. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, and hope you're doing well. And I'll probably run into you on one of those social media websites. And if I don't, then I'll hit you up email. Take care.